All right, so I made a news video last week. I've been doing the new weekly news thing, and all the names you guys put in the comments of that video, by the way, those are great. We're gonna go over those later this week when we do our news video. But something we talked about in that video was something I saw online on Nintendo's website, and a few people covered it, and I thought it was interesting because I thought it pertained to me and what I do in my home as far as my digital games and sharing them went. It kind of hit home for me, so I wanted to make sure other people knew about it. Now, after I talked about the game sharing thing, that's what this is about. This is about sharing your digital titles. I'll link the video at the end if you want to go back and watch what we said last week. But the thing was that Nintendo said on their website, and this was basically the wording, that if you share your digital games, your account could be banned. Now, I share my digital games with my kids. I put my Nintendo Switch account on their Nintendo Switches. They play through my account. I have the cloud saves turned off on their Switches so it doesn't hurt my cloud saves, but they have their own version of the game that lives on their systems. It works for us, it works well. Then we also put them in airplane mode, so if I want to play a game the same time they are, it's not going to check the internet and see that they're playing a game and not let me do it. So that's the system we've used, and it's worked. And I found out last week that actually might not be allowed by Nintendo. So I just got off the phone with Nintendo. I'm going to show you guys the conversation I just had with them. It's a very interesting one that clears up a lot of stuff. You're definitely going to want to check this out. I'll play this for you guys, and then we'll touch on this again at the end of the video.
Hi, thank you for calling Nintendo. Let's connect you to a specialist quickly. Let's get started. For any Nintendo Switch system or Nintendo account question, including troubleshooting and repairs, eShop and prepaid cards, billing and charges, or bans and login issues, press 1. For troubleshooting and repairs, error codes, internet connection, or part orders, press 1. For help with your Nintendo account, including suspensions, bans, or profile and login settings, press 2. For account suspension and bans, press 1. For account profile settings and login issues.
Thank you so much for contacting Nintendo. My name is Paul. How can I assist you today?
Actually, I just had some questions. My account's not banned. That's the menu I followed, but my account's not banned. I did want to ask some questions to make sure that my account doesn't get banned. I just want to make sure I'm not breaking any rules here. So, my situation is this. I have, all my games are digital, right? And I have 2 kids that also play their Switches. Now, I'm told that I can get in trouble for doing this. I actually saw a video online that said I could get in trouble for doing this. Now, I have my account signed in on their Nintendo Switches, right? So if they want to play the games, they have to play the games through my account. And then what I do is just turn off the cloud saves so it doesn't interrupt my cloud saves, but they can just have their own version of the game on their Switch. Is that something I could get in trouble for doing? Is that not allowed?
So let me check. You said actually that this is on 2 different Nintendo Switches or on the same one?
It's on different Nintendo Switches. My account is signed in on their Nintendo Switch as well.
Got it. So if this is the case, we need to verify some details. Because it totally depends on which one is the console that is set up as primary and which one is not primary. So let me double check that for you. Could you provide me the email address of the account?
Do I have to do that? I really just want to get some questions answered.
Alright, so the thing is actually that if, for example, if they use the account, the same account that you have on their Nintendo Switch and you use yours as well, so they are actually able to use it, no problem. And the save data will be locally stored.
Right.
But if by any chances they're able to connect to the internet and they do a cloud saved on the system,
right,
that information will be overwritten because it will be one single save data
right.
cloud.
Yeah, I understand that. I have the cloud saves are completely turned off on their Switch. I go into my account on their Switch and tell it not to save to the cloud. So that's not really my issue. My issue is I'm told that I'm not allowed to do that I'm not allowed to have other people playing my digital games if I have my account signed in on their Switch?
Well, actually, that will be no problem. It's different if, for example, you go ahead and take your account and provide it like selling your account or lending the account.
Okay.
People that you don't know. That's totally different.
Okay. And let me ask, okay, so that's totally fine. For me to put my account on their Switches and let them play through my account, all the games, that's no problem at all. And now this is something else that I've noticed that I can do as well. I want to make sure this is not against the rules and could get my account in trouble also. They like to do it at the same time, but as you know, that's not possible because the Switch checks the internet to see if someone else is playing on my account, and if they are, you know, it kicks one of them off. So I've been putting one Switch, once they get on, I put it in airplane mode, and then the other can start playing, you know, if they want to play Mario Kart as well on their Switch, or if I want to play something while they're playing something, I just use airplane mode. Is that something that I could get in trouble for doing, using the same game at the same time with multiple people, even though it's in my house?
Got it. In that case, we need to verify that information to see actually that could affect you. So let me double check that for you real quick. It will be just 2 minutes in hold, and then I'll come back to you, okay?
Okay, sounds good.
Thank you.
There's that. Okay, it sounds like we may have confused him a little bit. I hope I explained that well. I don't know if I did or not, but I'll watch this back and we'll be able to see. I felt like I explained it pretty well.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, I'm here.
Thank you so much for holding. So I was double checking the information actually that you were requesting. And when it comes to this situation, actually that does not affect your account.
Okay. So there's no problem with me having me and 2 of my kids at the same time playing my game if I'm just using airplane mode and I have my account on all 3 Nintendo Switches.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, all right, well that's basically what I wanted to know. Like I said, I saw a bunch of this information online and I saw a bunch of people questioning it, so I wanted to make sure I wasn't breaking any rules.
Sure, totally understandable.
All right, well that sounds good. I appreciate your help. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Thank you so much for contacting Nintendo and have an excellent day.
You too. Okay, so the information they had on their site was a little bit, it's worded kind of weird. It's just placed kind of weird in where it's at, which is why I think it's been misunderstood. Now, they're not saying that you cannot share your games in your home. What I'm doing by putting my Nintendo Switch account on other Nintendo Switch systems here in my home is totally fine. They're saying I can give my kids access to my account, let them play all my games. I can even use the airplane mode thing, which I did wonder. I wondered if that was gonna be kind of like an iffy thing, you know, people playing the same copy of the game at the same time on different Switches, but they say that's totally fine too. So there's no problem there. The issue comes if you are giving your information to somebody else. Maybe you're selling your account information to somebody and then letting them sign in and play your games. That's where you're gonna get in trouble. That's where you are going to get your account banned. Now, I don't know how they enforce this. I would imagine if they can see your account being signed in all over the place, if it's not to like maybe one area. But then again, that makes me think, what if my kids have their Switch? You know, they don't live here all the time. They live 3 hours away from here. What if they have their Switch there and they're signed into my account there and they're playing games from there? Maybe 1's not a big deal, 2, maybe not a big deal, but I mean, maybe they're checking IP addresses. I don't know exactly how they're doing this. You know, that's not something I know a whole lot about, but it is very interesting. So if you have watched either of the videos that I've made previously about game sharing and about how to do it, and the ways that I did, especially in the newest one, because like I said, I kind of explained it here. I do it a lot better in that video. I give examples and all that. But if you're doing that, you are okay. I got comments in that video too that said Nintendo doesn't want you to do that. I just got confirmation from Nintendo that is okay. So we are allowed to do it. These videos are even more relevant now than they were when I made them. So like I said, I'm gonna link right here last week's video where we went over this entire thing if you wanna watch that. And then I'm gonna link right here the video to how to share your games, how I do it. This is the newest version that I'm using on how to share your Nintendo Switch games, and it's legal. You're allowed to do it. You're not gonna get in trouble. So check out one of these videos. Make sure you guys do that. As always, thank you so much for watching this video. Please leave a like. Make sure you are subscribed. We'll see you in the next one.